Okay, so I'm recording an impromptu video. I look like absolute shit. I have actually decided the past couple weeks to just start embracing the fact that I have a lady beard. I have bad hormones. I was on Depo-Provera for a while as a teenager, but the view from my backyard is, okay, well, there's this house over here that it's for sale. These are apple trees, if you can. I'm going with selfie mode because I have to, so I have to tilt everything weird. You can see some blossoms. There's a few trees here that are apple trees. It's pretty cool. And try to turn around again. The deer. There's a road right there. That's the main road. The deer come down this mountain here, and not only do they eat the apples off of this front lawn, but we pan over here, and behind these trees, okay, so when I say I have a view of where the tractor-trailer trucks get stuck in, that's Bath, New Hampshire, I have a view of it when there's no leaves. Like, right now, I would actually have to go over with, I guess, probably binoculars to even look through the leaves, but yeah, because that's, you can see it. It's so horrible because I have to look and my lens is darkened, and yeah, that's where our back porch. Oh yeah, I'm showing everyone where my house is. That's amazing. It's Route 5, so it's close to town. Hey, speaking of the traffic, that car is actually going a reasonable speed. There's a 30-mile-an-hour zone not too far from here, but there's also, it's about 2.5 miles down the road, there's a short 40-mile-an-hour zone because there's a pullout from a town, and it's kind of a crap situation getting out of it. Like, you basically have to floor it to get out of that town. And during the winter, oh, yeah, it really sucks getting out of there. Deer do cross down as far as the beginning of that town, too. That was very odd. It's like, what are you guys doing down this far? But yeah, they come down and they drink out of the river after they eat the apples. There's a farm down the road, but I was just thinking the other day, like, why don't they just put this whole stretch down to 40? It really does suck during the winter and because of the deer, you know? But I'm probably stepping in dog crap, too. But no. I like to look out at this house. It was weird. I think there was someone living in it for the longest time. They may have just been, like, elderly or something. I actually, like, went and looked in the door one time, and it looked like someone lived there, so I don't know. And they came back during last fall, and they ended up cleaning the place and getting everything out of it and prepping it for sale. And let's see if I can get that orange cone. Yes, right where that orange cone is, and that concrete slab, right about there was a old shed, and it had a bunch of antiques and stuff in it. And I couldn't believe the fact that they basically just trashed it all. Because, you know, just box up the antiques and auction. Not everyone has the time to do, like, yard sales and stuff, especially when you're in a business where you go and prep houses for sale. That would be a good side business, though. But yeah, that would definitely, I think, be my LARP house at this point. It's small. I'm actually not sure how much land is with it, but I was thinking for the size of the place, like, that's a bit much, but I don't, you know, factor in a lot of the prices when it comes to real estate and stuff like that. I guess, judge it by what I think it's worth. And that's most of the time fair and accurate. But that is a huge lawn, so, but they probably saw the posts with the pink on them. They went a while ago and surveyed it, and I was surprised because that trailer down there, they were like relatives or something. I don't know the full story, but I was really surprised that the land with this yellow house went that far onto what I perceived was that trailer's lawn. And because there's a bank because you go down that bank where the trees are, and then you have a little bit of land, and then it's the railroad tracks, and then it's the river, so I don't know how far down on to that bank they would own too. Oh, hey, look, another truck. It really sucks living here sometimes, just for the traffic. It's worse when it's the traffic that goes by that literally has no intention of going by other than to be a bad person. I had some symbols flashed at me the other day from someone on a motorcycle, and it could have been sign language for all I know if I would ever learn, but I have no idea who the person is. They look familiar because I have seen them around, and I've seen them go past on their bike before, so I will assume that they just probably live around here, and it's possibly, hopefully, someone, like a friend of a friend, like, because I have people that, my daughter's father works with going by honking, and it's like, I don't know how to tell people that I will tolerate them and it's for other people at this point. I just can't. I need to remove myself from caring about some things temporarily. Like, it's not that I don't care, but can you please spare me or whatever. And it's like your friend's drama too. Like, I don't need to hear about that. Focus on more important things. It's like the work drama. It's like, no, I know your job is hard, not hard, but it's very complex when you've been somewhere long enough and it's the same complaints over and over again. That's why it's on me. Like, I'm just sick of hearing about it. I support you, and I'm glad that you don't want to just quit. And because some people feel like they're screwing over their coworkers by finding a new job. And you know what? When all the work ethics are explained, I can completely understand it. But it's like, if you're truly unhappy with your job, like, hey, I found this one while I was looking for one for myself that I know you're qualified for. So why don't you go apply for that? It's hard for me to be able to tell someone that I need to, I need less, going on in my head. Yeah. I've had a lot going in my mind lately. I have a lot I need to try to map out. Okay, so we have mosquitoes. The black flies have been bad too. I hear a plane coming. I get panic attacks because of planes. Okay, so when I remember my panic attacks starting was 9/11. It wasn't just about everything that was actually going on, and then the actually going on, but you know what, that is complicated, and oh my god, I could gab all day about that. Oh, yeah, it's already over us, the plane. Anyway, no, I had what I thought were friends, you know, the people you sit with during lunch or breakfast, and you gab, and, well, they got me freaking out about the, dam. They got me freaking out about the dam getting, you know, and everything flooded. They were making things up to freak me out, was what was going on. And it was because, oh, they live on the side of a mountain, they'll be fine if anything happens. Well, you know, I've been reading the news, and I live in reality, and at this point, I wish I could go back and just tell them to shut up because they had no goddamn... No, they have no clue. Mountain is not gonna save them from what's going on in the world right now. A flood should be the least of anybody's worries. And if they were talking about the one that's right, I wouldn't call it a dam. I would call it like a freaking tiny little speed bump in the river, basically, because it's a really small dam. I don't even think that out-of-staters, like, from, you know, prominent areas know that that is what it is. And it's not that I'm calling them stupid, it's just the fact that when you have only lived, you know, a certain way, you just don't know. But I cannot believe that I let all that get to me. At least now I know, though, that any panic attacks to do with everything was a legitimate thing to have. And people can call me nuts, but I don't care. There are people who have dumber panic attacks. And dumber things that, you know, get to them. Everyone has weird quirks, and then those, you know, they're gonna look weird to someone who doesn't have that. Like, the texture of chalk was one that I couldn't get it. I could not, for the life of me, get it, because, like, you used baby powder. You can use those art chalk sticks. Why? Oh, well, it was a squeaky noise to it. That's because it's new chalk. That's why. So I have had, by the way, about a nap now in the past 24 hours. We lay down for a while last night. That didn't work very well for me. That was when the nap happened. But I just actually got some sleep this afternoon. So my brain is freaking mush. I'm waiting for my daughter to get back. Just watching traffic, gabbing at this video. Yeah, I need bug repellent. The thing is, it's inside, and every time I come outside and deal with the bugs, it's a reminder to forget to go in and get it. It's been pretty bad. I've, in general, somewhat been a scatterbrained person. I know what I can, just the more stimuli and the more I'm stressed, the less I'm gonna, whatever. Oh my god. Making it from one end to the parking lot here, strolling Jessica around in her stroller because she likes it, I'm forgetting. So, that's probably not a good sign. I've noticed it kind of gets better here and there. It's just, the end of the day, it's like, I feel incompetent. And it's not that I'm not, it's just I feel it because I've had too much. You can't explain to someone the noises and lights and its combinations of senses. Sensory deprivation is good for people. I forget what the technical term was for it, but it is basically sensory overload. It's not fun. And if it is, it's a very inconvenient thing for other people to be around a person who has anything like that. Because nowadays, you got your phone going, you probably got a TV. I don't even understand the people that can turn a radio on, but then it's like, you got the lights, you got different kind of lights. Maybe you got several people living in your house and they're all moving around, and there's like half a dozen mosquitoes around me. And then maybe you got a bunch of pets too. Well, two cats and a dog is probably not that many pets, but it's if they're all moving around too. Items in rooms and feel closed in. I've been freaking out a lot when doors get shut on me. It's not just the fact that I absolutely hate it when a door gets slammed in my face, because most people do. It's rude. I'm freaking out because I want to get the hell out of that room. And it's scaring the hell out of me because I've never been claustrophobic before. I don't freak out when I have, like, MRIs and stuff, so I'm not claustrophobic. Where the hell is this coming from? That's what I want to know, because I don't want to deal with it, and other people don't want to deal with my weird quirks. And I'm trying to apologize and, like, explain, like, people are getting sick of hearing it. And then I keep trying to explain, well, I'm forgetting too, so, Okay, you cannot see these mosquitoes. This is crap. It's gonna be it's a bad season. This should help. Yeah, to be honest with you, I can see this stubble, and, like, I apologize, but my skin has been very annoyed for the longest time, because I've been shaving daily, well, I guess at this point, most every day, for, like, since I was 18. I was off the Depo-Provera. It was really light back then, but it was a lot of it, and it was fine. Well, it didn't take long of shaving for it to, and hormones, turn into dark. The cool thing is, I definitely know I have some Scottish or Irish in me, because I have red hairs here and there. I guess that's the way to look at it. Like, hey, my heritage is coming out in the face hair that I'm not supposed to have. I have seen limited blood results, blood work, and whether it was accurate was one thing. But I just don't know what my hormone levels are. And that'd be nice. They said polycystic ovarian syndrome. And that, oh, you do have cysts on your ovaries. I'm not a doctor or anything, and I haven't even seen nearly the amount of stuff that I should be allowed to see to know what's going on. But considering the fact that I don't trust that those results were the actual results, no, I just get a little bit jealous of the other ladies with beards that have the fuller, softer looking ones, because this is kind of patchy, and it's, you know, it's embarrassing. Women are not supposed to have this at this age, let alone, you know, before that. And if I see everyone embracing it like, oh, I gotta finally try it, I don't think I want to go in public and embarrass myself. There's already enough said. I am joking, though. I don't care about, you know, embarrassing myself because of my beard. I just prefer not to because it's not full. And then, you know what, with everyone's sensitivity and blah, 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 you know what, maybe I feel like I'm insulting men by going out with face hair. Hey, does anyone ever think about that? No. And on that note, my daughter is slowly being just slow. But I'm going to end this, and hopefully it won't take a day to upload. That was annoying. I wish I could do YouTube Live. But have a good one.